Today's edition of Back Roads of Illinois. We were bringing you lasted for farming sources and information sponsored by AgriGold. Today's edition of Back Roads of Illinois. We were bringing you lasted for farming sources and information sponsored by AgriGold. We're glad you're here on today for our program. I'm having Max Fisher from National Feed and Grains Association. You don't forget about the Markets Club podcast for today with Matt Bennett and Angie Seltzer and Sue Martin from Ag and Investment. Keep turn. You've been listening to Back Roads of Illinois. I'm having Max Fisher from National Feed and Grains Association. Hey Max, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Caesar.
Okay, Max, let's discuss about the biofuels in the RVO. What is your thoughts with your organization?
Um, Now we're very pleased with the EPA for what they did on the volume requirements for biofuels. We believe this will provide a lot of certainty for the marketplace. We're also pleased that the Trump administration is prioritizing U.S. feedstocks in setting these volume requirements for biofuels. Um, you know, as you may know, there was a lot of Chinese used cooking oil that was coming into the United States to be turned into biofuels, and this will help reduce the amount that comes in from China, and instead help focus on U.S. grown feedstocks.
Do you have any concerns about the SRE and the future role back in the RVO?
Yeah, I mean, we always do with the small refinery exemptions. Um, Whenever exemptions are granted to the biofuels mandates, it always cuts into demand, that important demand that the marketplace counts on. Um, so we that's an ongoing concern.
How is the wheat harvest from your members?
It's been a great harvest. Acreage for wheat is down. It's continued to decline of fewer wheat plantings, but extremely strong yields this year, um, which helped offset the reduction in acres. So it's you know for at least for the central and southern part of the United States, wheat harvest is in the rearview mirror. It's still taking place up in the northern parts of the United States, but so far, for the most part, on the whole, for the United States, it's been a strong harvest. We're very happy and uh, very happy to have a strong supply of wheat.
What was the weather in northern plains like in South Dakota?
I can't speak precisely to the weather there, but on the whole, for the the primary growing parts of the country, especially in the central parts of the United States, the weather has been for the most part uh, good. I'd say this year, not only temperature wise but moisture wise, there just has been a lot of precipitation, and as the old saying goes, rain makes grain, and we certainly are seeing that unfold this year. I'm sorry, I didn't
I
understand that
know that
question.
you were an FGA, but how concerned about demand for the beans after the fall harvest season?
Um, as far as demand, of course, every year it seems like South America raises more soybeans is steadily increasing, and so it's there's always concern about the export market as to what share of that the United States will be able to obtain. And, especially this year, there's concern, due to the uncertainty with international trade. Um, but as the Trump administration um, continues to reveal new trade agreements with key partners, that's reducing some of the concern. We still, of course, have the number one soybean trading partner, China, to put a deal together with. So anyway, there's still a fair bit of uncertainty going into this fall harvest on the demand side for grain, especially for soybeans. Until we have a deal with China and we know the terms of that deal, and hopefully they're favorable for agricultural exports.
Are you watching on the corn production from Brazil?
Yes. I say I may not be intimately following that every day, but um, I do keep up with it from time to time. And much like their soybean production, their corn production and corn acres just continue to go up as well. So, it's not just a soybean concern, what's going on in South America for the United States. It's, also more and more becoming a corn concern. As they raise more and more. They certainly are a very large competitor of the United States in grain and oilseed production.
What is your final thoughts about this wheat crop?
Um, yeah, just very thankful, that we, with the low prices that we're experiencing in this country, relatively low, compared to where we've been the last few years anyway, that we were able to have strong production, to help offset some of that, to make revenue a little higher. And anyway, that's I I anyway that would be it. I just glad that we were at least able to get the yield, even if the price isn't where we'd like it to be.
Where people can find good more information on the nfga?
They can at our website. It's www.ngfa.org. And we also have a presence on social media, so you can.
Thanks, Max.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Caesar. It's good chatting with you.
This is Max Fisher from National Feed and Grains Association. I am Cesar Delgado. You have a great day.
You too.